Welcome to the flipped classroom for Surge 202. Let's do a quick recap of how this is going to work and what my expectations are for you. From now to the end of the semester, you will have video assignments, among your other assignments, which will become available for you to view as we approach the content in class. I do not want you to work ahead on watching videos. Therefore, they will remain visible only on My Neosho until the appropriate time for them to unlock. When the assignment unlocks, you will then have access to the video links. Each video is about 10 minutes long, and each assignment has 4 to 5 videos. I encourage you to read the corresponding chapter first, and then watch the videos. Depending on how you learn best, you will likely want to either reread your chapter, watch the videos again, or both. This information is rarely fully absorbed on the first go-around, and once the videos are unlocked, they'll remain unlocked forever, so you can review content when finals roll around, as well as next year when you're preparing for your CST exam. I expect you to take good notes. This means sometimes you may have to pause and rewind the video so you can listen to the important information more than once. You might want to invest in different colored pens or highlighters. Maybe you like Post-it notes. Whatever works for you, figure that out and do it. In addition to your lecture videos, there will be a lecture video guide you must complete and turn in to me at the beginning of the class period. I look over these worksheets to verify independent completion and then return them to you for class discussion. If you don't have your worksheet to turn in, you will not be permitted to be in class for the discussion. Lastly, bring your notes to class. You'll probably want to reference them. Okay, so off we go. During this unit, we will do a brief overview of A&P and focus heavily on human body organization. As we dig deeper into each surgical specialty in this course and Surge 204, we will discuss the pertinent anatomy and physiology in depth, but the items I touch on in this unit, I expect you to know. As you learned in your medical terminology class, healthcare is kind of a foreign language. We are not immune to the need to be able to speak this language because basic anatomical references and terms are used constantly in surgery to precisely determine the specific area of attention. Everyone in the room will use this foreign language, including you. The main goals of this unit are for you to be able to define anatomy, physiology, and metabolism. With your knowledge of anatomy and physiology, I will expect you to understand the different anatomy present within the different body systems, as well as the basic physiology of each body system. Finally, you will be learning body navigation terminology, and I will want you to master these terms. And when I say master, I mean you need to be able to explain it correctly to a non-healthcare minded person, as well as be able to explain it using medical terminology in class. So, anatomy is essentially the study of the body's structure. All of the hundreds of structures within our bodies are our anatomy, and anatomy is the foundational component of this entire program. I'm sure you've heard me say at least once, if not more, that surgery treats broken anatomy because people don't have surgery when they're well. Ultimately, we can boil everything down to quote-unquote broken anatomy because the definition of physiology is the study of the body's function. And if the anatomy is broken or diseased, it will affect the physiology, which is the structure's ability to function. Got that? Good. So, if anatomy is the study of the structure, how do all these structures actually come to be? If you said cells, you're right. Cells are the basic unit of life, and specialized cells are grouped into tissues. When these tissues combine, they form organs, and organs ultimately make up body systems. Systems work together to comprise and maintain the body, or in other words, make it function. So all anatomy begins at the cellular level, and all physiology is the culmination of those cells doing their thing. Altogether, there are 12 systems in the body. Sometimes you'll hear or read that there are only 11 systems, but some people Altogether, there are 12 systems in the body. Sometimes you'll hear or read that there are only 11 systems because some people group circulatory and cardiovascular together. But we're not going to do that because they're two different surgical specialties. In no particular order, the systems of the body are the integumentary system, skeletal system, muscular system, nervous system, endocrine system, circulatory system, cardiovascular system, lymphatic system, respiratory system, digestive system, urinary system, and reproductive system. The integumentary system is comprised of our hair, nails, and skin. It is responsible as our body's first line of defense against external attacks. We will learn more about it during plastic surgery. The skeletal system is comprised of our bones. Our bones protect our body and also produce brand new red blood cells. The skeletal system is coupled with the muscular system, and our muscles provide our body with physical stability and allow our skeleton to move. We'll learn more about the skeletal and muscular systems in orthopedic surgery. The nervous system is comprised of our brain and spinal cord. Oh, the things you'll learn in the neurosurgery unit next spring. It is so fascinating. The endocrine system is comprised of several hormone-secreting glands in our body that control several systems simultaneously. We will talk about the specific glands present in those different systems as they come up. For example, in ENT this fall, we'll talk about the thyroid gland and its responsibilities. Since it lives in the neck, it makes sense that a throat surgeon would perform surgery on it, right? That's how we'll handle the endocrine system with all the hormone-secreting glands. Okay, moving on. The circulatory system is comprised of all the veins and arteries in our body, excluding our heart, which is why we consider the cardiovascular system its own system. The cardiovascular system is comprised of the heart and the major vessels emptying into it and carrying blood away from it. We will study both the circulatory and cardiovascular systems in Surg 204. Next up is the lymphatic system, which we'll cover in the same way we cover the endocrine system. When specific lymphatic chains are located near specific anatomy in a particular specialty, we'll discuss them in more depth. For example, we will discuss the axillary lymph nodes in general surgery because they are often biopsied or removed during breast cancer surgery. The respiratory system consists of our incredible lungs and their ability to exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide at the cellular level. We'll tackle this specialty in our thoracic and pulmonary unit next semester. The digestive system includes everything from the esophagus to the rectum, and we will be discussing it very soon in our general surgery unit. I'm going to go out on a limb and bet there are some pretty incredible things you're going to learn about your intestines and rectum that you didn't realize happened on a daily basis. The urinary system consists of our kidneys, ureters, and bladder, and we'll talk about that more in our genitourinary unit this fall. And lastly, the reproductive system obviously involves both males and females, but we are going to tackle it in separate units, beginning with GYN for the females and genitourinary for the males. Please take the time to read up on all 12 systems before class because we will discuss them more together.